need to know about great selection and low prices is here, inside the newest circular from True Value Hardware Store.
The Dollar Dazzler Circular offers over 100 items for $1 or less, like Value Bright Light Bulb, Green Thumb Potting Soil, Scotch Brand Sealing Paint, or True Test Paint Thinner, an Empire Stripping Brush, or Cervest Spray Enamel.
For great prices and professional advice, shop at participating True Value Hardware Store. And tell them Pat Summerall sent you.
Should strive to develop the skills we'll need to reach our goals successfully.
Bring your nights to life and your future into focus with Syracuse University's continuing education program at University College.
Since 1888, the FX Matt Brewing Company has been giving beer drinkers some of the best beers in America. Honest brews that have stood the taste of time. And to celebrate our 100th year, we thought we'd give Matt's drinkers something else to cheer about. 100 chances to win a pair of season tickets to Syracuse football. So look for your orange entry form wherever Matt's is sold. And you just might have as much to cheer about as we do.
Winning the world over.
I used to think the imports offered you better car value until I checked out the recent price increase. So I bought one of the best-built American cars, the Ford Taurus wagon. Best of all, the deal.
Now, save over $1,300 on Ford Taurus with $750 cash back direct from Ford and $600 more in savings on popular Taurus options.
Got a yen for better value? See your local Ford dealer.
Have you driven a Ford lately?
In the news tonight, a new development in the murder of a Fulton man. And the tuberculosis testing continues at Upstate Medical Center.
Also tonight, the search continues for a suspected drowning victim in Seneca Falls. And Valentine's Day weekend brings out some very strange sights in central New York.
In sports, big day in basketball, the Olympics Open. We'll show you the highlights of a big day, including another loss for the Orangemen at Georgetown.
Now, Lynn Houston, Tracy Davidson, and Mike Tirico on sports. This is NewsCenter 5.
And a good evening to you and welcome to our news. Winter weather continues to top the news tonight. Central New York woke up this morning to more trouble on the roads. Gene Young reports the weather really bangs some of us around.
Many people thought they'd seen the worst part of this latest winter storm. Instead, the weather made us suffer more today. Blinding gusts of wind carrying the snow led to this accident along Watervale Road in the town of Pompey. It took 3 ambulances to carry away the injured, but just getting them out proved difficult.
There were people trapped in the one vehicle. We had to bring in our heavy rescue equipment, and the hydraulic jaws of life to open the doors. And the doors were pretty badly jammed.
4 people suffered injuries and were taken to area hospitals for treatment. This serious mishap had plenty of company in other parts of central New York.
Well, there's a lot of activity this afternoon. There are accidents all over. And of course, with the weather conditions, the high wind and the blinding snow, visibility is almost zero in certain areas.
Like on Route 481, another mishap here caused still more injuries to the drivers of the vehicles. These accidents mark just 2 incidents. Police reported dozens of other accidents. The best advice they offer for tonight, simply stay off the roads and at home. Gene Young, News Center 5.
A stabbing in Utica on Friday turned into murder this morning. Police say 33-year-old Benjamin Lee Heath stabbed Alfonso Coney yesterday afternoon. Authorities took Coney to the hospital for treatment, but he died at 3 o'clock this morning. Benjamin Heath now faces a second-degree murder charge for Coney's death. Police have not set an arraignment time for that suspect. The son of a Fulton murder victim is one of 2 people being held in an Elmira jail. 75-year-old Charles Pitsley was found dead Thursday at the home of his daughter and son-in-law. Pitsley's 34-year-old son Marvin is being held in Elmira along with 16-year-old Wilfred Gleason for possessing property believed stolen from the murder scene. Both were arraigned this morning in Elmira City Court for possessing stolen property. They will face another court appearance on Tuesday. For now, the 2 will stay in the Chemung County Jail without bond.
And Tracy, divers have resumed their search for a young boy presumed drowned in the Seneca River. It was Thursday when 4-year-old Wes Guthrie apparently fell through the ice and into the waters of the Seneca River. Rescue teams from 4 counties have spent 3 days cutting holes in the ice to search for the child's body.
Former Syracuse Mayor Lee Alexander continues to turn over money and bonds to the federal government. Alexander faces up to 10 years in prison for pleading guilty to receiving almost $1.5 million in kickbacks during his 16 years in office. The latest payment to the government included cash and securities from overseas bank accounts in Panama and the Bahamas. Alexander's attorneys turned into the government more than $400,000 worth of assets. The former mayor faces sentencing next month in federal court. For the fourth day in a row, workers at University Hospital are rolling up their sleeves.
Over the next week, thousands of staffers at the hospital will be tested for the bacteria tuberculosis. The screening was prompted by an outbreak of TB in July when several workers were exposed to a patient carrying tuberculosis. To date, the hospital reports only 3 persons have come down with that illness. Just ahead from News Center 5, tax law changes mean more taxpayer questions.
And a Lakeport couple gives new meaning to the term white wedding. Stay with us.
At North Star Bank, we arrange auto loans to fit your lifestyle and your budget. Get a great rate, a great deal faster, with no hassles, no restrictions, no runarounds. Fast, flexible, affordable North Star Bank auto loans. Slip behind the wheel of your new car.
Make it North Star now, and for the future.
PNC presents The Big Book of Savings, a step-by-step guide to lower overall prices. Step 1, stay low prices.
We take items you use most and keep their prices low, week after week. The brand may change, but that item will always be marked at a PNC Stay Low price.
When it comes to saving you more on your overall food bill,
we wrote the book.
PNC Price Champion.
Tomorrow, Max Pies Carpeting presents day 1 of our 2-day President's Weekend Carpet Sale. For 5 special sale hours tomorrow, noon till 5, we're slashing prices up to 70% off every carpet in stock. Every fabric, style, and color, none held back, even the newest stain-resistant products. We'll save you more money than you ever thought possible. Plus, take 6 months to pay interest-free tomorrow at Max Pies.
Max Pies, you're the best.
Question: how often can you save 50% on cabinets?
Answer: every year at Cabinet during our spring truckload sale on kitchen and bath cabinets.
Quality Aristocrat cabinets at 50% off factory list price.
Truckload savings on 15 pre-finished styles.
Beautiful kitchen cabinets.
Attractive bathroom vanities, all at Cabinet.
Order by March 28th and save 50% off factory list. The spring truckload sale, now at Cabinet. New Hartford, Herkimer, Vestal, Fayetteville, Cicero, and Auburn.
Central New York taxpayers got some help today from a state agency. New York's Department of Taxation and Finance stationed counselors at the Shoppingtown Mall today. The specialists help answer taxpayers' questions and give them directions on preparing this year's return.
Changes in the federal law, of course, and the state follows those changes on their own state forms, and that does provide a lot of questions with people wondering, how do I file this, this year? What are the changes? What kind of deductions am I going to be getting, and so forth.
Carl Mitchell answered plenty of questions at the mall today. If you have a question you still can get it answered, the state has a toll-free number to help you out. All you have to do is call 1-800-CALL-TAX. That's 1-800-225-5829. If you only need state tax forms, you can call another number. For tax forms, dial 1-800-462-8100. You can call both numbers between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. But it looks like plenty of us can use that tax help. The government says almost half of us file our tax returns early in February and March.
Tonight, Steve Crowley finishes up his special series on this year's tax changes. He says we'll see some good and bad surprises in this year's tax forms.
If you'd like to get 5 or 6 or 7.
Marie Rosier has been helping people fill out their returns to save tax dollars for more years than she cares to count. Marie says if you're looking for an early refund and a quick turnaround on your return, organize everything before you visit your preparer's office. First, figure out if you're able to itemize. The standard deductions have gone up with fewer available real deductions. Married couples get a standard deduction of $37.60, and singles and head of households get $25.40 automatically for 1987. Senior citizens get even more.
The standard deduction is now based not only on the filing status, but also whether or not
the taxpayer is over 65, or whether his spouse is over 65, or whether he or his spouse are blind. All of these items increase the standard deduction.
Do you have earned income? Setting up an IRA for 87 is still a good idea, even if you have only what I call a mini IRA, $200 to $500. Remember, if you or your spouse are not covered by any pension plan at work, you still get the deduction, 100% of the dollars you pay into an IRA, no matter how much you make. Lots of changes this year, lots of pitfalls. I'll send you my list of tax tips, 1988 style. Just send your self-addressed stamped envelope to me here at the station. I'll rush it right out to you. Steve Crowley, News Center 5.
And on a lighter note tonight, a Lakeport couple celebrated Valentine's Day a little early this year, and they did it very differently than most people. Tom Petroff and Elizabeth Gardner decided to get married this weekend, but they didn't tie the knot in a church. Instead, they rode to their wedding aboard their favorite mode of transportation. Despite the cold and blowing snow on Oneida Lake, family and friends joined the happy couple as they said their I-do's.
We lived on the lake. It was just something we thought nobody's ever done. We just wanted to do it.
I love it. I love it. I like snowmobiling, and I love him. This is great. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Sounds excited, doesn't she? The happy couple sped off to the reception the same way they arrived. They told us they don't plan a traditional honeymoon, just take an extended weekend and do what they do best, and that is hit the snowmobile trails. They'll probably spend it in an igloo or something. Still ahead tonight, some heartfelt happenings across central New York as Cupid hits his mark.
And in the 5cast, the worst of the bad weather may have finally passed us by. We'll have the full weather picture when News Center 5 continues.
It's as exhilarating as the downhill. As breathtaking as the luge. Yeah. It's Volkswagen's tribute to the Winter Games. Buy the two-door Jetta for $89.90. A price you can bank on. Beautiful. Or now, lease it for a limited time at an unparalleled $139 a month. That's it. But hurry, the clock is running, and the Jetta's going fast.
Lovely card. Happy Valentine's Day. Roses, too?
There's more.
My favorite color.
Matches your eyes.
I know your tricks. You're leading up to some
Absolutely.
big thing.
The power of Scope, especially on Valentine's Day. And this year, Scope will give you a free Valentine's card. For full details, look for the special Scope display in participating stores and show your love with the power of Scope.
When you get a cold or an allergy,
you need some herbal tea.
You also get a lot of advice.
What you want to do is feed a cold.
A lot of advice.
Take duties and call me in the morning.
But the best advice is what doctors have said millions of times. Take Dimetap. Dimetap in non-prescription formulas brings proven relief. So take the advice of doctors and pharmacists.
The tea works. Huh?
And take Dimetap, the best advice you can take.
You don't need to be a wizard to know which computer system is right for you. You need to know one. Merlin's PC World, Bayberry Plaza, Liverpool, and Geddes Plaza.
Last night they were saying that they were optimistic the situation would not be as bad as first feared, but it looks like we've got some snow, more snow coming.
Boy, we got a whole lot of snow today, but I think the majority of the storm has passed us by now. We're just going to see some lake effect and snow squall areas, hopefully. Cross your fingers and knock on wood. We'll get to the 5cast in just a minute. First, let's check our statistics for today. We had a high of 20 at 1:30 this afternoon. Our low was 16 at midnight. Last year's temperatures 29 and 2. Precipitation, 5/100ths of an inch for precipitation, but for snowfall, almost up to 4 inches, and we should probably see 5 inches by the end of the day. Right now in Syracuse, we have snow and 18 degrees. Our barometer is at 29.62 inches. Relative humidity, 84%. Winds are out of the west at 23, really blowing up, gusting to 33 miles an hour. Around the TV5 viewing area, most areas are reporting snow at this hour. Old Forge checks in with 10 degrees and snow. Oswego has clouds and 18. Auburn checks in with 17 and Geneva with 16. Cazenovia has clouds and 20. And down in Norwich, they have snow and 16 degrees. High pressure with drier air is forecast to gradually build over western and central New York tonight as the high moves to the east coast Sunday. A southerly flow of milder air is forecasted to overspread our region, and a low pressure advancing from the central plains is expected to spread moisture over the state Sunday night and Monday, so the snow is not gone by any means. Just because of the storm doesn't mean the snow is. Lake effect snow ending for tonight, then gradual clearing, but still a few more flurries are expected. The low near 10 with winds diminishing to 10 to 20 out of the west. Then for tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, then clouding up with a chance of a few more flurries, the high near 32. Then for Sunday night, increasing clouds, a chance of precipitation, whether it be in the form of snow or rain, the low near 25. And looking ahead, Monday, cloudy with flurries, as I said, then sun and clouds, a chance of a flurry on Wednesday and a chance of a flurry on Thursday, the high near the freezing mark at 32. And that's weather. Mike Tirico has sports next. Stay with us.